Hey YouTube, this is RobotnikIsSexy, and this is a standard match that I had with Lance. Actually, he went by a different name in the chat, and I fought him before, actually. Okay, we are totally pro, and our first turn involves using Stealth Rock, but, okay, alright, this is when it gets a little crazy. Now my Mew has turned into a Jirachi, and because I have transformed into it, I can see what moves it has. It does not have Protect, it does have Wish, Stealth Rocks, Body Slam, Iron Head. Now he switches for some reason, and that switch is amazing. It is amazing, sexy, amazing, because that means this gimmicky standard Toxic Orb Gliscor is totally butt screwed, because he can't get poisoned because Body Slam paralyzed him. So that is some amazing sex right there, and I'm just gonna take him out. And he's getting flinch hexed, paralyzed hexed, and I'm just loving it. I'm just McDonald's, loving it all over the floor. And he gets paralyzed for like 3 turns, which is crazy. Yeah. So yeah, really early on, really amazing, refreshing kill that just really, oh man, just energized me through this match. Now I get paralyzed. I actually do get paralyzed a fair bit. But yeah, anyone who's anyone on the Pokemon scene knows that Gliscor with Toxic Orb and Poison Heal is basically a physical version of Blissey. That's how annoying it is. So to take one out so early in the match, that is just delicious, as NBZ says. Okay, so he bulks up a couple times, uses Payback. Because I am slower than him, it only does half damage, and then I kill myself with Curse. And this is a new move I'm trying on Dusclops, because Ice Beam doesn't do, like, any damage. The only thing it's good for is Gliscor and, like, things that are X4 weak to Ice, which is, like, pretty much only Gliscor and Dragonite and stuff. But I mean, even Dragonite could shrug off that Ice Beam. The Dusclops is not made for Ice Beaming. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so, yeah, I roost. Thankfully, I do not get paralyzed. I roost, and I just heal in his face. And he's taking massive damage from the Curse, and I force a switch. And so, Dusclops sacrificed his life so that I could avoid being swept by a Conkeldurr, which is very handy. It's a very good move. It really helped me out a lot. I'm just gonna say that. Now he goes back into Jirachi here. I switch out and go into Bozo because I predict the Body Slam somehow. But he uses Iron Head. Anyway, just switched him in case he was going to use Body Slam. He does there. I use Bulk Up in his face. Some people don't seem to realize that being paralyzed also triggers Guts. It's all the status moves except for, like, Confusion, Attraction, Freeze. It's pretty much every other one. Burn, Poison, Paralyze. Yeah, my attack is through the frickin' roof now. And, I'm going to get flinched to death, unless I can get lucky and pull off a Drain Punch. Luckily, I do have a +1 defense, so the Iron Heads aren't doing that much, and I have leftovers. So I have a pretty good shot of actually landing a hit, unless I get flinch taxed, which is very likely. But I do land that Drain Punch, and that is a godsend. So now that almost one-hit knocks out his Jirachi, and that is also delicious. That is extremely delicious, and wonderful. Now, I'm going to get paralyzed on the attempt of Mach Punch, and he's going to use Wish, but I already transformed into him, so I know he can't use Protect. If he had Protect, then I would have just used Drain Punch, but I mean, he could have done something with it, I guess. Goes into Latias, and I get paralyzed again. So I've gotten paralyzed all the times he's been paralyzed. We're up to 3 and 3 here, so that bit of hex I had at the beginning, it's kind of evened out. It kind of didn't matter. I mean, Glisor is basically dead meat if it can't abuse Poison Heal. Like, just gonna tell you flat out. Also, Glisor does sport a pretty good speed, so being paralyzed is doubly bad for that reason. Now, he's going to try to sub in my face, hoping that I get fully paralyzed. Luckily, I am able to pay back him a couple times, really hoping he'll give up and just go for the attack. His subbing is allowing me to heal a bit with leftovers, which is really nice. And he does try for a substitute again, and yep, I get the payback, luckily. So, yeah, paralysis is being spread around all over, and it's delicious, delicious. Delicious, wonderful, delicious, and, excuse me. Okay, so, he decides to go for the Dragon Pulse, which is amazing, and, yeah, and, I do not get paralyzed, so I take him out with a payback. So I've taken out 3 extremely high-tier offensive threats. Well, I mean, I don't think they're in the top 10 per se, but they're really high up on the top tier, or Wii U, whatever. Never mind, it's a moot point. I've taken out 3 of his guys, and that's just really beneficial. Tries to bulk up, like I did in my previous upload. Tried to bulk up on an Earthquake, it failed. Tries to bulk up on a Conkeldurr with a +1 attack boost and a 50% guts boost. It's not gonna work. Do get paralyzed again, which is really sad, because that Hydro Pump does do over half. So unless I go for the Mach Punch and I get paralyzed again, so yeah, unless Hydro Pump missed, there really was no chance. So unfortunately, I cannot Conkeldurr sweep, which is really what I was going for. I mean, it's not really the most classy way to win, but it's still winning, and I don't know. I don't feel bad anymore. I Volt Switch on his face, and I believe I get a no, I don't get a crit, that's just specs damage. So I do a really cool combo thing, because he is, because I attack last and he's Choice Scarfed, I get to Volt Switch, do super damage, go into my own Scarfed Revenge Killer, Hydreigon, and then Dark Pulse. So now I go on a Dark Pulse Frenzy, basically, and his Strachiots is at pretty low health, so I just take him out, and he goes into Dragonite. I decide to sacrifice Jim Henson for the good of the team, because he might Dragon Dance in my face, I might flinch him with Dark Pulse, or he could Dragon Claw my face. Either situation is okay, because I have more Pokemon to take it. So Jim Henson goes down, and that's great. Jim Henson did a good job. And just bring out Whore, the Sizz Whore, and Bullet Punch for the win. And yeah, that's pretty much the battle, YouTube. Really, really love paralyzing Glisor on the Switch, holy cow. That just made it for me, but yeah, see ya.